Hey everyone, I'm Frank Ellaridi with ABC, and I'm with the beautiful siren of Dancing with the Stars, Sharna. How are
Yes.
you, Sharna?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, we're in
really
your
good.
beautiful trailer here.
Yes, I usually like to make my trailer feel like home because
Yeah.
we spend so much time here, and it needs to be a nice, chill, calm place for me to come
And you got
on
your
Mondays.
puppy. Look,
And
she's
I
looking at you. It's so
know.
cute.
I bring my babies. She likes you,
I know.
obviously.
Do we have to work? Can we just play with the pups?
I would love that. They would love that.
They would love that. We say they because there's another one around
There
here
is another
somewhere.
one. Duke is here running
Duke.
around somewhere. We
Daisy
have
and Duke.
Daisy and Duke. For
But
those
really,
Daisy
what
Dukes.
are their names?
Really, I wish I named them Lady and Tramp. After I named them Daisy and Duke, I looked at them. I got to know their personalities a little more. And she's such a little princess, and he's such just a little boy.
He's such a little tom. Well,
Yeah,
not tomboy. He is a
but
boy.
so boisterous.
Yeah.
And Lady and Tramp would have been perfect, but they are my Daisy and Duke.
Are they? Because you're involved with. You love animals. You're an animal
Mm-hmm.
activist. Tell me a little bit about that.
I have always had such a love for animals. When I was a kid and I watched Titanic, I cried because the horses died. There's that.
You're like Jack. There's tons of Jack.
It's irrational, to be honest, how much I love animals. But I am actually doing something really exciting with Peter that's coming up. And we're going to do a campaign over the summer, which I'm really excited to come out and talk more about when it happens. But I have so much love for these guys, and I do want to get more involved even in a few more animal charities I'm looking at.
Yeah, cool. We'll look for that. When is that again?
That's going to be happening this summer.
Okay.
I've been so busy with the season, we have not been able to do it yet. Yeah. But hopefully now, before I go on tour, we've got a couple weeks to fit it in.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to talk to you about the tour in a little bit. But first, also, I just had an idea. Why don't you? How come you don't dye their hair red? Can you do that? Is that humane?
I think there's like vegan hair dyes that you can
good.
totally use, but I think
Because we don't want to do anything bad before your PETA campaign.
absolutely that would be awful,
Yeah.
or do bad ever.
Ever.
But I love their coloring so much. I think it's such a part of their personality, very much like my red hair is a part of my personality. And
have you always had? Have you since you've been on the show? Have you always had red hair?
No, my goodness, I joined the show 5 years ago with black hair.
Oh really?
I
remember that now. Yeah.
I'm naturally blonde. I started the show 5 years ago with black hair, ended up going to all different shades of brown, and then finally found this red and thought, oh my God, I found it. This is my color. This is me.
You know, it's so funny. Well, it's definitely you because it so stands out and it's so, I think, sultry and it's kind of part of your like, it's kind of like this iconic look now.
Yeah.
I think.
It has. It's become kind of my trademark.
Yeah.
That hashtag Sharna Red is.
Do they do
just,
that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's all my fans use that hashtag Sharna Red. I see a lot of people trying to copy my color, which is amazing and
cool.
wildly flattering.
It's like instead of the Rachel, it's the Sharna.
Yes, it's the Sharna. I love it. I love it, and it's so awesome to think that it's even become such a huge part of my identity. But it really has.
Yeah. And speaking of hashtag Sharna Red, I saw recently, I think on Instagram, you posted a photo and you said, as a little girl learning, or whatever age, learning ballroom dance, you always just imagined you'd be teaching, you'd have your own little studio maybe one day, but now you're like touring the world. You're on Dancing with the Stars. You've got like 1 million fans, right?
Yeah.
What's that like for somebody who thought they would just own a little studio one day?
It's still incredibly surreal to know, to look around me and take in where my life has ended up. I truly thought that when I moved to London at 18, what I was going to do was become a world champion and own a dance studio and give back to the dance community. And I had no idea that within 2 years my life was going to take a complete turn. And my career started to change when I got involved with Burn the Floor, and we did multiple world tours, and I fell in love with being able to create and entertain, not necessarily competing for a first place or a world championship, but doing it to spread joy and see people smile and make them feel something and help them escape something in their day. And I fell in love with the entertainment side of dance, and I obviously I love creating and telling stories, so I think ended up where I was always meant to. I just had no idea this was going to be it for me. And I look at how many people follow me, I look at the influence that I can have, and it comes with great pressure, honestly.
And that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, like you said you wanted to give back, and you kind of have, not necessarily in like the way you thought you would, but in the sense that a lot of people who might never have thought of getting into dance maybe will get into it, or dancers who are dancers now see what they can aspire to.
Absolutely. I think there's that side to it that you know, I want to inspire young women, young men and women, that anything is possible. I'm this kid from this little country town in Australia and could never have dreamt that I'd end up in
Wow.
Hollywood. Didn't even dream it. I
Yeah.
just followed my feet and my instinct, and knew that I was meant for something great and that I would find it. I trusted the universe. But I think the other thing that I've had the blessing of doing is sharing other people's stories and
Right.
inspiring people across the country that are struggling with something, whether it is like Bonner Bolton, for example, and going through a life-changing accident, having to reinvent themselves, or James's story, Noah's
Right.
story. There's been so many incredible stories that I've been a part of telling and sharing with America, and I feel like that has changed people's lives. For people to watch someone get up and say, you can do this too. And I feel like it's had such a positive impact on so many people. And some of the feedback that I get from fans that write to me and share with me the impact that either my dancing or my storytelling and my partner have had on their lives is so overwhelming in the most wonderful of ways. I could never have dreamt that I was going to change lives with dance.
Right.
If you said that to me when I was a teenager, I would say to you, you're kidding, you know. But to know that it has that power, that creativity, that art has that power of inspiration and can change a person's life is so wonderful. And yeah, I think I'm where I was always meant to be.
And how did you see it change Bonner as you know, speaking of changing people's lives, when you first met him to when he left, what was the shift you saw?
There's a massive shift in Bonner, and just his confidence in the way that he would move. That week one cha-cha, we saw a very timid guy, not entirely sure of his movement, sort of even more stiff
Yeah.
than he was in the end. And it's simply because he wasn't even sure what he could do. You know, he had just come off breaking his neck and hadn't tried anything except hot yoga.
Yeah.
And here I am asking him to whip me around the dance floor. And
Yeah.
luckily he trusted me, and we built that relationship and that trust, and he allowed me to push him. And as we saw, that comes with growing pains, but
Yeah.
that's what happens. And I saw a man at the end of those 8 weeks walking with more confidence, moving with more confidence, and being so much more sure of what he could do.
Yeah.
And whether or not he goes back to bull riding is, you know, on his side. I, as his friend, hope that he does not. I think he's meant for other things now. But I know that he now moves better with more confidence, because having an awareness of your body and how you move and being confident in the way that you move just exudes everywhere
It's a
in your life.
beautiful
It's a
thing,
beautiful
yeah. And
thing.
dancers are so free with their body, and they're so fluid. It's really a beautiful thing.
It is.
With Bonner, you were saying you hope he doesn't get back into it. Is there, like, right now, is he in that in between where he's deciding if he's going back?
I think that I see he wants to, and I relate. If I was to have dancing taken away from me, I would do everything. I would move mountains to get back to it. But the difference with Bonner is it's life-threatening. It doesn't even need to be a fall that
Yeah.
is going to send him back there. He could get whipped the wrong way,
Yeah.
and that metal in his spine is not going to stand that, and he could break his neck again. You know, he could then be left paralyzed if he does something wrong the next time, or it could kill him. And I feel like no matter the love that he has for his sport, he is slowly coming to terms with the fact that maybe his path is taking a different road and a different direction, and he can now, as he started on Dancing with the Stars, inspire people to know you can always reinvent yourself. No matter what it was, no matter what it is. He's a second generation bull rider. You know, he
Right.
thought that was going to be his life.
Like you thought, you know, you would own a dance studio.
Exactly. But life takes turns, and
Yeah.
you have to trust that it does it for a reason.
Yeah. Okay, I want to play this little game that I love. Never have I ever. You know it, right?
Well, sometimes I love this.
Well, what I
It
really
depends.
need, this is the clean version of never have I ever.
Okay.
I wish I had like a little paddle, you know, where you could be like never. Or
I know.
have, but I just thought of this like 5
Okay.
minutes ago. So
Okay.
okay, never have I ever. Well, we saw last week Bonner kind of walked out of rehearsal a little bit, right?
Did he? I didn't notice. I didn't notice that at all.
Have you ever done that? Oh, never have I ever. So have you ever done that?
Oh, I have. Many
Walked out
times.
of rehearsal.
Yes,
On dancing?
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it's not always like a huff, I'm out of here. Sometimes it's, you know what, we need 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
here's the truth, you're in that room from 5 to 8 hours a day, and things can get stressful. They can feel monotonous. It can feel like Groundhog Day. And at some point, the most patient of people is going to lose their patience.
Right, right.
And every now and then, you need to walk away, take a deep breath, and just gain some clarity. Because when you're so close to a situation and you're so deep into it, especially when you're the last few weeks of the season,
Yeah.
it is hard to see with a clear head because
And then you start getting annoyed with each other a little bit, kind of
Yes.
like every little thing.
Absolutely.
Right?
Every little thing. You know, habits, you start to notice each other's habits and they start to annoy you and you
Yeah.
become like a couple.
Like a married couple,
yes.
yeah.
It's like in 3 months you do 3 years. Because you're with each other so much and you have to go through so much. And so every single couple goes through those growing pains. Although I have to say James and I never did. James and I
Really?
laughed-
Never? Yeah, I could see that. You guys were like
James-
really good together.
We laughed through everything. Everything.
And it's hard not to, right? When he's so like charming and light. He's very effortless, isn't he?
He's effortless, but he's also incredibly grounded because of what he went through. He appreciates life in a
yeah.
different way. He doesn't sweat the small stuff. And not as in a carefree, I don't care way, but in a everything's going to be all right.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And he has such a wonderful outlook on life and a calmness to him that is infectious in all the right ways.
Yeah. Now tell me about. Oh, actually, I have one more. Never have
Okay.
I ever. Have you ever seen a celebrity dancer on the show that you thought who wasn't your partner that you thought, man, I really wish that was my partner. I want to dance with him.
Oh.
And it doesn't like negate who you are with at that season, you know, but maybe in addition to. Never?
I feel like
5 years?
no.
You didn't want to be with Nick Vile. You didn't want to be with Niall. Like all these people.
Oh, I loved Niall. Oh, but I also loved Antonio, so I wouldn't have switched one out for the other. Antonio.
And again, no, that doesn't count. No, we're not switching. Like you still would have had Antonio, but maybe in another season you could have
if
another.
it were on a separate season.
separate season, yeah.
If it were on a separate season and Peter was having her baby, I would have.
Let's say she was having her baby. It was another season. It's a different universe.
Different
yeah,
different
a whole different
universe.
show.
I would have loved to have danced more with Niall. I adore him, but I loved teaching
was
him.
good.
He was incredible. But learning to teach him, learning how to teach him, learning sign language to be able to communicate with him, and getting to know his heart and what's on the inside. It was such an incredible week, and it's so amazing what you can do when you don't have words and all the other things that you have to look at to communicate with a
Yeah.
person, the other things that you notice. And it was the most incredible week of learning about him, learning about myself, learning to be a better teacher. And I would have loved to have had more time in that switch up week,
Yeah.
like 2 more switch up weeks.
I forgot you guys actually danced together. Yeah.
which was incredible.
And okay, so before we go, last thing, tell me about the Dancing with the Stars tour.
It's happening. I'm so
So
excited.
exciting.
Yeah, I'm really excited. This will be my first time joining one of the summer tours that we've done on Dancing with the Stars. And you know, one of the reasons I decided to do this tour again, because this will be my third in a row, is one of my favorite parts about this is being able to meet all of our fans at all the meet and greets.
You guys get close?
Yes, absolutely. People come through every day, and I get to meet the people that help us stay on air for 24
Yeah,
seasons.
yeah.
You know, the ones that have this hardcore love of Dancing with the Stars and the journey that we all go through on
Yeah.
it. They feel like they know us because they see us every week, and it's so wonderful to actually get to know them.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
to hear how it goes back to how dancing has inspired so many people, how it's inspired people suffering with an illness to get better, to push harder, to start walking again, to lose weight, to there's so many things. And to actually hear these stories and see these real people standing in front of you really helps me remember some of the gifts that I have in my life, that I get to do that and I get to have that influence. But I also fell in love with being on live stage when I started with Burn the Floor, and this Dancing with the Stars live tour has been probably the best shows of my life that I've ever
Wow,
done. I get
wow.
to dance like I've never danced before. Everyone on this cast is incredible, and dancing with those boys is just, gosh, we all say it, all the girls say it, we all feel amazing when we
Yeah.
get to dance with them. And truly, the audience gets to see us in a way that you don't get to see us on the live show here, because
Why
we're
is that? What's different?
well, we're dancing with our celebrities. We do a quick opening number and then it becomes about something else. Whereas on the Dancing with the Stars live tour, it is literally just about us telling our stories, us sharing our heart, our soul, our passion with the audience in front of us, and they really do get to know us just a little bit more, because again, there's no celebrity standing next to us to take the spotlight. It is spotlight on us.
And real powerful dances, right?
So powerful.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have emotional, you have fast, you have energetic, you have the best of the best that you could ever imagine. We have Mandy Moore choreographing and putting together the whole thing, and she's, I mean, everyone's seen La La Land and what she's doing. She's absolutely incredible, and we're so blessed to even have her on our team, and I'm so excited that she's doing our tour for us. But I can't wait to get started, honestly.
Yeah, I want to see it. I've never gone, and I think shout out to Ilana Katz. She's like a really big producer at ABC, and I think we're going together. I think
Amazing.
We're going, yeah, I think we're going this summer.
Good. That's awesome.
She texted me. She's like, "We're going to the tour," and I'm like, "What? Okay." You know, I have no idea, but okay.
So you've never been to the tour?
I've never been.
You are in for a treat.
Woo!
Oh my goodness.
I want to go like backstage and see everything. I can't wait.
It's oh, you'll love
And
it.
to see all the Sharna Red fans.
Yes, you'll see the sea of red in the audience. But I will tell you now, I know you've sat here in the audience, and I know you've seen this show every Monday.
Yeah.
It is unlike anything you've ever seen before.
Oh, I cannot wait.
You will be blown away. The energy and the emotion will just smack you in the face.
Oh, I can't wait. And I can't wait to see everybody else there too. We're gonna go. Sharna can't wait to see you guys on tour, right?
No, I can't wait. And I want to meet you guys.
And how can they go? Tell them.
So you can go to dancingwiththestarslive.tour.com. And make sure you get your tickets. We are on sale now, and so don't miss out. And we are selling really, really fast, so make sure you don't miss out on them. There are also those VIP tickets available if you want to get into that meet and greet, so you can meet me and some of your other favorites from the cast. We're all going to be there, and we honestly can't wait to see you. We have an amazing show in store for you, so make sure you get your tickets and don't miss out.
Yeah, get your tickets, guys. Okay, and thank you. We are going to let you get ready for the show.
Cool, yes.
So we're going to go. Everybody make sure to watch. Tonight, Dancing with the Stars. Sharna's in the opening.
I am.
And a little bit of something else, too.
A little special thing with Gleb, actually.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Gleb and Sharna, that's good. Okay, bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Little puppy. Say bye, pup.